Mike was thinking about how to make $1 million a month without breaking a sweat. He pulled off a trick by putting white contact lenses in his eyes. Now he looked completely blind. He went out begging on the streets and made 3 times what everyone else did, but he still thought he wasn't making enough money. So he tried a new approach. He used his identity as a pianist to go to people's homes and play the piano. Because no one would be on guard against a blind man, he could often catch glimpses of many housewives' private moments. Later, he even went to play piano at a bar. People were amazed that a blind man could play such beautiful music. They generously gave him money. Seeing his talent, a wealthy man invited him to his home to play piano for his wife. The rich man even offered $100,000 in return. The next day, Mike showed up at the wealthy man's house as agreed, but the rich man's wife wouldn't let him in. Just as the two were having an argument, a neighbor, an elderly woman, heard the commotion and came out. Seeing her, the rich man's wife got scared and had no choice but to let Mike inside. Mike was startled when he went in. The wealthy man's body was lying there, seemingly dead. Even though Mike was terrified, he continued pretending to be blind. He started playing the piano to mask his trembling hands, but he knew this disguise wouldn't last long, so he made an excuse to use the bathroom. Actually, he wanted to hide and call the police. He had just reached the bathroom when he found a man standing inside with a gun, but once again he pretended to be blind and didn't arouse the man's suspicion. When he passed through the living room on his way back, he got a clear look that the person on the floor was indeed the wealthy man himself. Although he was terrified at that moment, he could only keep his composure and continue playing the piano. The wealthy man's wife became convinced he was truly blind. Now she didn't hesitate to start cleaning up the wealthy man's body. Mike seized the opportunity and ran to the police station to report the crime. But when he got there, he was shocked. The man with the gun in the bathroom was actually the police chief. Mike lied and said, "My cat is missing." But the chief didn't buy this explanation. He had just killed the wealthy man himself, and now the only blind person at the scene had come to report a crime. He suspected the blind man in front of him was faking it. To find out the truth about Mike, the officer brought a knife to Mike's home. He secretly threw the knife at Mike. Mike didn't react. This made him look blind. The officer was still somewhat suspicious. The next day, the officer sent that woman again. The woman poisoned Mike's water. Mike thought fast and cleverly knocked the glass over onto the floor. The woman suspected he wasn't blind. She immediately ran to tell the chief everything. Mike realized his secret was exposed. He quickly packed his things to escape. Just then, the chief came up from behind. Now, a fierce fight broke out between the two. Fortunately, at the critical moment, he grabbed a canister and smashed it at the chief. Then he hurriedly ran out of the house and jumped straight down from the second floor.